Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you people doing here? Back again with another football recap here. So here's my recap of the SC Freiburg and the Bayern Munich game. And what can I say? First half Bayern, they looked a bit lackluster in terms of, trying to be able to find the back of the net and, overall the finishing. But in the second half, I think we saw a completely different Bayern Munich squad, one that looked hungry and one that looked very determined, in order to, win the ball back and score goals. And what I really liked about this game was Serge Gnabry's absolute incredible, just his positioning was really good today. And Coman's finishing once again proves to be absolutely just incredible, that if you give Coman a tiny inch of space inside the box, he can really do a lot of damage with the ball, and that's the beauty of us having Coman in our front attack, is because of moments like this. And as for the game against Villarreal, I think that it's going to be obviously Bayern's one to take. Now, of course, I'm not trying to sound cocky here, but against Villarreal, I think that Bayern most likely definitely are going to win this both legs. But going back to this game here today, this game just goes to show you how vital Goretzka is to Bayern Munich's team and the midfield, because without Goretzka, our midfield is just completely abysmal. I got to be honest here, without Leon Goretzka right there and his incredible form, Bayern Munich's midfield just looks absolutely, just completely abysmal, if I'm being honest here. And what I think really will determine whether or not we can go all the way to the Champions League this year is Goretzka's form and Alphonso Davies' form, just because, I think that if Alphonso Davies is in Bayern Munich starting 11 and Goretzka is in Bayern Munich starting 11, then we have a completely different squad, one that looks absolutely rejuvenated, one that has a very good ability to hit opposing teams on a very, very lethal counterattack. And that's one of the, big valuable assets that Alphonso Davies and Goretzka, bring to this Bayern Munich squad. So against Villarreal, I can imagine that we're going to be playing with a highly level of intensity and just overall ready to compete. But today, man, just liked what I saw from Bayern, very lethal on the counterattack. I think that if there is one way how he can compete against the big teams, Liverpool, Manchester City, Real Madrid, it's definitely us having that lethal counterattacking ability, with Goretzka and Alphonso Davies leading the counterattack, up and down the flank. Like, that's the way how I think Bayern can win against these big teams, because Villarreal, obviously that is somewhat of a challenge for Bayern. It's not really a big challenge, but what's really going to be a big challenge for Bayern is when they get drawn up against, like I said before, Liverpool, Manchester City, Real Madrid, etc. Like, that's when it's really going to come down to the wire for Bayern to see what they are capable of doing. But obviously, I think we got the win against Villarreal, no questions about it. But today, just overall, very great performance by Bayern, especially in the second half. We were able to pick ourselves back up, and we looked like a team that is hungry, ready for competition, and just basically a team that's overall looking very very stacked and organized, and that's what Bayern Munich need. And I think it was smart for them to, sub off Lewandowski, give him some resting time, because obviously if there is one player that is going to determine how our game is going to perform, how our front attack, how many goals we will score, it's obviously Lewandowski against Villarreal. And obviously, I'm hoping that by the time, we are playing either Liverpool or any of the big clubs in Europe, hopefully by that time, everybody on Bayern Munich is going to be healthy, because, we can't afford any injuries at this point. If we want to push for a Champions League, man, the number one thing we can't afford are freaking injuries, because that's one way how it can derail all our Champions League hopes. So, we just got to be more aware. Overall, today, very great performance. Second half, the long balls, they were absolutely great, but I don't think it's going to work against against teams like Liverpool, Chelsea, or Real Madrid, or Manchester City. I can't imagine us playing long balls against them, so obviously, since we were playing SC Freiburg, Bayern, felt like they could just do and play long balls up and down the field all day long. But obviously, against the other clubs, it's not going to work. Let's be honest here. They're probably going to expect us to play long balls. But today, man, like what I saw from Bayern, so let me know what you thought about their performance in the comment section below. And like, comment, subscribe, and let's go Bayern.